Guys, I want to talk about this pre-workout. BSN Endo Rush. Right, so I just got this earlier this week and I wanted to do a review on it. Alright, so I'm going to take you through, what the taste is like. So, what I think of the taste, flavor. I want to talk about what's in it a little bit. I won't go too in depth, I won't bore you too much. And I want to tell you about, what it does, what it's supposed to do according to what's in it. And then I want to talk about the effects that I've had, what I think of it. All right, so yeah, I'm pretty keen on it because I've been using it for the last 4 days or so. And yeah, I've had some good results. Cool, so Endo Rush. All right, so it is a pre-workout. It's designed, a pre-workout is usually a high stim supplement. So a lot of them have caffeine in it. They're designed to give you a pickup, a burst of energy during your workouts to help you push harder, focus a little bit more and have a really good workout. And that's what pre-workouts are designed to do, right? So some pre-workouts will be designed with just caffeine in it to just give you energy. Some will have caffeine and some blends of, that will give you muscle endurance. Some will have muscle pump form ingredients in it, and some will have focus, what we call nootropics in it, to give you a cognitive benefit. So it will give you more focus, a sense of well-being, and so forth. Endo Rush has a bit of everything in it. All right, so you can't really see because it's backwards on here, but I'm going to go through kind of the basics of the ingredients. So it's pretty good nutrition panel if you have a look at this, because it breaks it up into the different areas of what this pre-work does. All right, so there's a bit where they call performance-based composite of this pre-workout. I'm really bad. All right, so in it has creatine monohydrate. So creatine monohydrate is designed to give you a bit of muscle power, a bit of power in your workouts, right? So creatine is we produce it in our bodies ourselves, and what they've done here is put creatine into this to give you a bit more, and so that when you use it, particularly in weight workout, which is your creatine phosphate system. So when you do heavy weights, you're using your creatine phosphate system, and you will deplete your creatine that's in your body. And so that's why people take creatine as a supplement, to replenish that, so that you have more in your body, so that you can push a little bit more. So they've got creatine in here. They've got 3 grams, which is a little bit underdosed, to be honest. So clinical dosage of creatine is about 5 grams. So they've got 3 grams, so it's not clinically dosed. They got beta-alanine. Beta-alanine is in there for muscle endurance. It's also the bit that gives you a bit of the tingles. So beta-alanine, man, I'm having trouble with my words today. Beta-alanine is clinically dosed at 3,000 milligrams. They've only got 1.6. So again, it's a bit underdosed in here. And that's probably main ones in here that I want to talk about. So in terms of performance instead of muscle power and endurance, they've got stuff in there, but they're underdosed. So they won't do as much as if they won't perform that well unless they're fully dosed. They got pump matrix in here, so they've got ingredients in here that's supposed to help with, helping with dilating your blood vessels, so that you get more blood going into your muscles, so it gives you a better pump when you're doing workouts. So, and giving you vascularity. So if you're got a low body fat and enough to be able to see your veins and that kind of stuff, then the pump part of this will be of benefit, because you'll feel, not only will you feel a muscle pump, but you'll actually be able to see and be more vascular when you're doing your workouts. So in here they've got all the stuff that helps with that. They've got magnesium, which is at 250 milligrams. Again, that's probably a little bit underdosed. They've got another bit here, which is creatine nitrate at 1 gram. So if you've got 3 grams of creatine monohydrate, you've got this creatine in here of nitrate. So 1 gram of creatine nitrate, about 60% of that is actually in creatine. So there's another sort of 600 milligrams. So again, it's almost about 4 grams of creatine, but it's still underdosed. It's not the 5 grams. But that's supposed to help with pumps. They've got citrulline in here, 1.5 grams. Again, probably not at the clinical dose, but it's still gonna assist with muscle pump. Then they've got another section here, which is called energy and focus complex. All right, so the energy part of this is what I like about this. So they've got caffeine in here, but they've split it into 2 different forms of caffeine. So I'll start with the first one, the one that's probably in a lot of energy pre-workouts, is caffeine anhydrous. So caffeine anhydrous is a synthetic caffeine, and there's 150 milligrams of that in here. So clinical dose is anything from about 100 milligrams up to 400 milligrams. Above that, you're probably overdosing it. Personally, for me, on caffeine, probably the max that I have is 300. But they've got 150 of this, and then they've got 150 of what they call caffeine from natural sources. So from green tea leaf or green coffee bean. So they've got 2 sources of caffeine. They've got it from a synthetic source, and then I've got it from a natural one. A natural one, the difference is caffeine anhydrous usually hits you a little bit harder. So when you have a pre-workout that has just caffeine anhydrous, and a lot of it will hit you like a train freight, right? So it comes on quite hard, and usually you will come out of it quite hard. Like it will be a big sort of drop from it. So and it's quite harsh, so you'll feel real tired, really fatigued if it's from caffeine anhydrous. But from a natural source one, usually it comes on quite slow and it lasts for a bit. So what they're trying to do here is do a blend of it. So you're gonna get a bit of a come on quite hard, and then you're gonna have this natural caffeine that's gonna last a little bit longer, which is pretty cool. And then they've got a couple of other extracts. They've got extracts. They've got longan extract, and they've got lindera extracts. To be honest, I don't know much about this. I've watched a couple of videos about people explaining this, other reviews, and they kind of don't know too much about it. I've had a look at it, and look, both of those ingredients are designed to give you some sort of cognitive benefits. So, give you a bit of focus, so help with a mental focus during your workout, give you a sense of well-being, and just feeling good. All right. In terms of clinical dose, whether they'll clinically dose, don't know, because there hasn't been any studies done on these 2 sort of extracts. But I just wanted to mention them because there is an element of focus or nootropics in there to help with the mental cognitive side, which I think is great. I like seeing anything with focus in your pre-workouts. Cool. So I want to go through the taste. So I've only tasted this one, which is sour candy flavor. All right. So you mix it in 150 mils. I think it's the directions. 150 to 175 mils. So at first I didn't read that, and I did it in about 300 or 400 mils. And personally, I didn't like it. I didn't like the flavor. I like it quite sweet. My one's quite I like a good fruity sort of taste to my pre-workouts. This one, it was kind of at 300 and 400 mils. It was I found it not as sweet, a little bit sour, and yeah, a bit watered down. But then I tried it today at the recommended dose, 150 mils. A lot more stronger taste, a lot more sour to me. But again, I didn't like the taste. All right, it's not terrible, just not my favorite. So I'd rate it probably about a 6 out of 10, to be honest. But I gave it to one of my clients. She tried it and she absolutely loved it. So, you know, I guess it's personal preference in terms of, you know, whether you like it or not. All right, so let's talk about the effects. So like I said, I got this earlier this week, right? And I've been training on a couple of other things prior to this. Rise, which I need to do a review for. I've done Red, White and Boom, I think. I'm not sure if I got that right, which is another pre-workout, which I've still got some there. And Ghost, which is, as you guys know, I've done a preview and I absolutely love that one. All right, so I decided to try this because I haven't done it, and I've been going back to it for the whole week, man. I think it's fantastic. I really do. Tastes not that great, but one scoop. Taking it on my workouts. I've done it on a fasted day. So, well, not fasted day, but I've trained on this without having any food before it. And, you know, I didn't know what to expect. I was thinking, man, I was feeling a bit tired and I didn't think, you know, it'll probably work. And I thought I'll still have quite a you know, bad workout with no energy, and man, I was pleasantly surprised. It came on quite nicely. It's a real clean energy, and it's funny, like I said, there's 300 milligrams, and that's a lot for me. I think that's at the higher end for most pre-workouts, and 300 milligrams total. And I was thinking, oh, it's gonna come on hard, and with no food I'm probably gonna crash bad and I'm just gonna feel real bad. But it came on really nice. It was a clean energy. I didn't feel overwhelmed. Like, it came on quickly, but it wasn't like blow my mind quick. And then it just lasted. It went nice and clean. All right. In terms of endurance, it was good. In terms of pump, it was good, but I'm taking this with a pump supplement as well, so it's probably more my pump supplement coming in. But to be honest, I've only trained today with pre-carbs beforehand, and you need glycogen to sort of get a good pump, and today was the only day I did it, and I noticed a massive pump. So probably without the pump formula, the pumps are not amazing because it's not clinically dosed to give you the best sort of pumps, but we're still a bit there. Energy and focus, like I said, the energy, it's beautiful, it's nice and clean. But the focus, guys, this is probably one of the best things about it. So I want to talk about the focus. The focus for me, man, I felt that I was fully engaged in my workout, not sort of ridiculously tunnel vision focus, but I just felt like really good on it, like really just a sense of well-being and happy, and that's me being honest. And that's why I wanted to do this review this week, because 4 days on it, and man, I've just had an amazing experience on it. Just feeling really good on this Endo Rush. It's hard to explain. It's, you know, good focus, just feeling really happy, if I could say it, you know, feeling a well-being, feeling, you know, that I want to just keep going with my workouts and push through, and even afterwards, you know, feeling really satisfied. And I think that's a credit to the focus ingredients that are in here that we don't know too much about. So yeah, I really rate this. I really do. And I've kept going back on it. I haven't even opened my Ghost pre-workout that I bought as well at the same time as this. And it's funny because I really rate Ghost, and that's probably one that was my favorite. But this is up there. I think this will be up there for me. And what makes this even better? And this is the key for me, I reckon, this is probably a standout thing. It is only about $39 for a tub of 30. So value for money is ridiculous. Like that's a budget pre-workout. Because a lot of pre-workouts are like 59, 69, even more than that. But to get a pre-workout of this quality at 30 something dollars, less than $40 for 30 servings, it is worth every cent. It's a bargain. So I highly recommend you try it out. I haven't tried the other flavors, so maybe try another flavor because it's the sour green, but that's me. But I highly recommend you give this a go, right? Because for the money, I think the effects and the benefits from it are amazing. I highly rate this, so that's why I wanted to do this review on it and give you my opinion on it. So there you go, guys. Hit me up if you have any questions. Cool.